Clyde Property in Perth, award-winning letting and estate agents, proud sponsors of Saints TV.
Calum, what's your reaction to that win today?
Yeah, absolutely delighted. You know, it's sometimes conditions in places like this are never hard to come and get a result. And today I thought, you know, St Mirren are fighting for their lives, and I thought we started the game really well. You know, put them under a little bit of pressure. You know, and managed to. First half was controlled. Second half probably a little bit could be better. I think the last 3 games we've played now, first half been fantastic. Second half haven't quite been there. And I think it's all about our ball retention. We could do a little bit better in keeping the ball and taking the pressure off. But absolutely delighted to get 3 points and continue the momentum.
Alan, how pleased are you to get the win here in Paisley?
We're very pleased, obviously, to get the win, and not only that, but the clean sheet as well. Very tough game with the conditions, and you know it's always a tough game up here anyway. But the wind and rain made it that bit harder. So for us to get a win, clean sheet, we're all very happy with that.
You got that killer second goal, Brian Graham come off the post.
Yeah, I had a couple of really good chances second half. Then so did they. I think Alan Mannus pulled off a couple of fantastic saves. You know, so all credit to St Mirren second half. I think they probably as well. No, we didn't play poorly. Probably as less effective as we were in the second half. You put that down to St Mirren being good. They had a real go. They had to put bodies forward and try and create chances, and they did that. And you know, in the end, it's a 1-0. Probably was a fair result.
Michael Halloran as well. He's so influential in the last few weeks with his goals.
Yeah, he has. He scored some good goals. I think it's maybe 5 in the last 5 he scored now every game for the last 5 games. So it's a great record for him and for us. For us to have a player who's going to score goals as well. And he's on fire at the minute. You know, to be fair, he's been brilliant. I think since he's come in almost a year ago now. He's been brilliant for us, and you know, hopefully he can just keep getting better.
Yeah, Mikey's obviously somebody's got to step up to play and start scoring goals, and Michael's probably playing on the left hand side. You know, coming off the line, giving the freedom, him along with James to go and roam and play. And I thought they created lots of chances for us today, the two of them, with Big Brian leading the line. You know, the team's actually coming into a bit of form just now, so we're quite pleased.
And yourself, you pulled off a few really important saves today.
Well, as I said, I was happy that we kept the clean sheet. It was difficult conditions with the weather, and I was happy to have made saves, and then I guess it makes it more meaningful then when you get a result out of the game as well. So you know, overall we're delighted.
How pleased are you with the form? That's 4 wins in the last 5 games.
Yeah, that's good. 4 wins, 6 undefeated. Probably like to say. You know, so really good. Really pleased with that. Big game now coming up Saturday. Girls come on, we want to continue the momentum, we want to keep going, we want to keep moving up the table in the right direction. Getting boys back fit, stronger again, so the squad's looking stronger again, so hopefully we can keep going.
And that's like 4 wins in the last 5 games, and as Calum was reminding me, that's six games undefeated as well. What's that been down to?
Well, we went through that bad patch, you know, where we just didn't seem to be able to get a draw or a win, or just couldn't seem to score, and everything was going against us. And that happens in football, and when it happens you don't really know the reason why. If you knew the reason why it was happening, then it wouldn't happen in the first place. So it was hard to get out of that, but eventually we did, and hopefully we're a good bit out of that now. And it's just been down to just keeping the heads down and keep working hard in training and trying to stay right mentally and not let it get to you too much, because it can be tough. But then we have our supporters as well who come down, you know, and travel down from Perth here today. You know, it's a good hour and a half at least for them to come down here, and you can see what the conditions are like. You know, St Mirren didn't have too many home fans here today, and we had a good lot of fans coming down, you know, despite the weather. So, you know, we always have them behind us as well, helping us out.
We're getting closer and closer to that top 6 as well. How long do you think it's going to be till we break in there?
I think it's done a good point. Once we get there, we want to stay there, so we make sure we keep building on the results, building on the form, building on the way we're playing, keep creating chances. Second half need to improve on, so there's areas to improve, and hopefully we can do that.
We're getting closer and closer to that top 6 as well. One of the teams ahead of us is Kilmarnock. We've got them next week as well.
Yeah, it's going to be tough as well, obviously being on their fake pitch, and then because they beat us last time as well, so going to be a tough game, and hopefully, you know, we played well in the first half today. The second half we just weren't quite as good, and if we can, it was the same last week really, if we can play the way we do in the first half but do it throughout the whole game, you know, then we'd probably win games and win them more comfortably than what we have done. So just a matter of trying to get that now rather than just 45 minutes trying to get it for the full game. But in saying that as well, we done what we had to do this week and last week to get the win in the end.
Just finally, do you have any sympathy for a team like St Mirren? They're going through a really bad patch just now.
Yeah, well, you know, every player will probably go through times like that, and it was only a few weeks ago we were sort of in that position when we were down at the bottom or near the bottom anyway, and probably lots of questions were being asked, and then you're asking lots of questions of yourself, and you know you feel that you're letting everyone down, and it's not a nice feeling. So you don't want anyone to go through it really, but unfortunately someone has to be down at the bottom, someone has to be around the bottom, and you just try and not let it be you, and hopefully we can just push on and try and get in the top 6 and just focus on ourselves, and hopefully that we won't be the team that's down there.
Cheers, Al, thank you.